Chapter 2, Reborn to be a Sheepish Lady. The Hanyue Temple was ablaze with lights and noisy with voices. Normally, the temple should be quiet all night, but on this night of June 6, it was bustling with noise and excitement. General Huizhen's eldest daughter, Rong Qiyue, had teased a handsome little monk in the Hanyue Temple and was caught up with on the spot, attracting a lot of people to gather around. Rong Qiyue only felt that she was in a daze. Her forehead had a dull ache, and there were noises in her ears. It was weird. Hasn't she been killed by Princess Huizhen's two old servants? Why were there so many people watching? Had anything changed? Rong Qiyue, no, it should be Rong Qiyue now. She slowly opened her eyes and saw countless faces with her eyes as bright as stars. These people crowded round her as they pointed at her. She could hear those people condemning her. Look, this is the Hu family's eldest miss. It's so embarrassing. She was caught on the spot. Ha, it seems like there will be a storm in Hu's mansion again. Rong Qiyue was called the little lustful lady. It's true. She even seduced a monk. How disgusting. A servant girl's cry came over. Rong Qiyue calmed herself down and looked around. She was so closely surrounded that it was impossible to break out. Two beautiful women who seemed to be from rich families were looking at her with cold and sarcastic eyes. Not far away, a monk stood there with his clothes in disarray and his head lowered. His entire body was trembling with fear. His collar was open at an angle, allowing people to see the exquisite collarbones and sparkling white skin. Beside Rong Qiyue, a girl of 12 or 13 was crying her heart out. Her tears fell like big round pearls on her green and simple clothes. Rong Qiyue frowned. She didn't know why she could still see them. Why was she still alive? Why was she here? The wing room was extremely simple and unadorned. There was only a table, a chair, and a bed. The monk's robe hung on the other side as if they were in a temple. The moonlight slanted in through the window, reflecting a fragmented silhouette. Something smashed into Rong Qiyue's brain ruthlessly. All the memories of the original owner of this body had been read by her. Rong Qiyue, 18 years old, General Huizhen's eldest daughter, had a weak character but was always crazy about handsome men. Every time she saw a pretty boy, she would stare at him like a hungry wolf. Even though Rong Qiyue was the daughter of the official wife, she was still bullied by the second concubine's daughters. Her life in the Hu's mansion was worse than the beggars outside. She had little food to eat and she wore patched-old clothes. Being treated like this, Rong Qiyue had never dared to complain to Huizhen or the old madam. Furthermore, she was not taken seriously because she was not able to cultivate the qi art of this country. The old madam had never been to her run-down side courtyard to see her. She could only see her on holidays, but she was always surrounded by her sons and grandsons at that time. How could she remember the cowardly granddaughter? In Danyuan continent, if one could not cultivate the qi art, he would be considered a loser. In this country, a man is judged by the level of his qi art level. The higher his qi art level was, the more respect he received and the more rewards he received from the court. The qi art had 9 levels, and each level was represented by a color: oracle profound, pure blue, soaring cloud, green, dragon diagram, green, cultivation dimension, red, moon erosion, silver, round sun, yellow, holy god, black, great deity, purple. The two daughters of the second concubine, Huizhen and Huizhen, had all reached the soaring cloud level and were well-known experts. In Rong Qiyue's memory, Huizhen bullied her, but she didn't do it herself. Her maids and servants were often mean to her. Some once set a trick on her and pushed her down the building. Fortunately, she fell into the pond, otherwise she would have died. Rong Qiyue knew clearly that the one who pushed her was Huizhen's maid Lanzu, but she never dared to seek revenge on Huizhen or Lanzu. She was like an ostrich, hiding her head cowardly in the sand, thinking that the enemy wouldn't be able to see her. The situation was not good. Rong Qiyue frowned slightly. From the original owner's memories, She found out that Qiyue had come to the Hanyue Temple with Huizhen to pray, but she didn't know that she had been framed by her. Now everyone believed that Qiyue had teased the little monk. Say something. Big sister, you shouldn't feel be wrong just because you fainted, right?